Hi guys, my name is Kiki and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a social media 101, all the things that you need to know about getting started on social media as a small to medium business. For those of you that don't know, I'm a digital marketer by profession. I have been working in the social media, digital marketing/marketing industry for the past 7 to 8 years. I studied media and communications at university, specializing in public relations, which is a more traditional form of marketing. But as I ventured into my career, I specialized more in digital marketing and social media marketing, to be more specific. So I'm hoping to create a load of videos that will help empower you guys as small to medium business owners and how you can use social media to grow your business, whether that is to drive traffic to your website, to drive sales, to generate more leads, or just to build brand awareness. I'm hoping to create a load of content that will empower you on your journey to grow as a business. So today's video is going to be a social media 101. All you need to do to get started on social media as a small business. If you're already on social media for your business, do not worry. I'm pretty sure that this video will still be of relevance and of interest to you, as I'm going to be talking about different ways in which you can make sure that you are being super focused and super intentional with your social media marketing effort. So if you're interested in this social media 101, please keep watching. So before we get started, I feel like it's really important for us to lay the foundation and ensure that we understand what social media is and what social media marketing is. So let's start with social media. Social media, also known as social networks, are forms of electronic communication, such as websites or applications, through which users, so normal people like you and I, or businesses, create online communities to share information, ideas, personal messages, and other content. Social media marketing, on the other hand, is the process of gaining traffic, attention, and interaction with customers or communities through the use of social media. Now that we have that covered, that really gives us some clear understanding as to what social media is and the purpose of it. That leads me very nicely into my first thing that you want to do if you are about to start your journey on social media for your business, and that is to pick a platform. There are so many social media platforms out there right now, and more come out every single day, some that you don't even know about yet. But it's really normal for people to kind of be in analysis paralysis, not really too sure about what platform they should be on, or actually feel like they should be on every single platform. I can firstly tell you that that is a big no-no. You do not want to be on every single platform. You want to think about your audience and think about what platforms they're on, and just start with one or two. You know how the saying goes, being a jack of all trades and a master of none. That is not what you want to be on social media. You just want to pick one or two platforms that you know your audience is on and create content on those platforms really well, so that you can engage with your community in a way that is concise, relevant, and consistent. So really quickly, I just want to go over some of the most popular social media platforms and why you may choose to use those. So Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. These are known as relationship networking platforms. These networks are really perfect for brands and businesses to connect with people online. There are so many different ways in which LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook can benefit your business. So many that we can't count the ways, but I can give you a few. So Twitter, for example, can be such a great platform for market research. It tends to be the type of platform that people go on to moan and complain. So when they've experienced something bad or even experienced something good, people tend to go to Twitter to share what they've experienced. Platforms are also really great for brand awareness. People generally are on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, just scrolling, whether they are interacting with friends on Facebook, whether they're interacting with people that they look up to or people that they have shared interests with on Twitter, or whether they are connecting and socializing with people that are in the same professional field as them on LinkedIn. These platforms are really, really great for brand awareness. So if you have a B2B product, for example, you might want to consider being on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is a professional social media network. It's a professional social media platform. So when it comes to talking about tools that will empower efficiencies in a business, LinkedIn might be the platform that you want to be on. These relationship networks are also really great for lead generation. So like I said, if you're a B2B business and you're trying to sell licenses for a tool that helps with efficiencies in the business, you know, you might do some content marketing. So content marketing is like creating blogs that give people information and give people into an insight into what life would be like, normally easier if you use their product, for example. Once they've read that, you might want to be able to give them the opportunity to contact you and give yourself the opportunity to sell them your product. So that would be lead generation. They would like drop their email in and maybe their phone number, and then your sales team, or you, if you're a smaller business, will then follow up with a call, email, whatever your process. These relationship networks are also really great for relationship building. So just pushing out different types of content that tell people who you are, what you do, what the benefits of your products are, and so far and so forth. You know, interacting with your community and your audience, helping them to feel like they have a relationship with you and that they have a rapport with you. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn are really, really great platforms for that. Like I mentioned at the beginning, customer service, you know, we're really used to going on Twitter and Facebook to complain about negative service for the most part that we've had. And these platforms are really great because they empower you to be able to respond quickly in real time. So that is Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Next, we have media sharing platforms. Media sharing platforms are platforms like Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and YouTube. These platforms we use to consume different types of content, and most typically video content. Video content is so popular right now, and it's super effective for businesses to use to market themselves, but we can talk about that in a separate video. So media sharing platforms can benefit your business in many of the ways that relationship networks, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn can. These platforms are invaluable for brand awareness, lead generation, and audience engagement, and also many of the other marketing goals that you may have. Next, we have bookmarking platforms. An example of a bookmarking platform is Pinterest. People use bookmarking platforms like Pinterest for inspiration. They use it to discover, to save, to share, and to discuss new and exciting topics that might come out in their fields of interest. And platforms like Pinterest can be really effective for driving brand awareness, encouraging audience engagement, and driving traffic to your website, which is invaluable. We're always looking for ways that are free to drive traffic to our website. So once you've decided what platform you're going to be on, or platforms, one or two, remember, we don't want to be doing everything. What you want to do is create a content strategy. One of the things that I said would be the benefit of watching this video is that I wanted to empower you guys to ensure that you're creating content that is relevant, of interest to your target audience. The way we do that is by creating a content strategy. A content strategy informs what you will be posting on your channels and who you want to engage with that content. A social media strategy is a detailed blueprint that answers the what, the when, the how, and the why for all the content you post on your business's social pages. A lot of business honestly get lost in the sauce when it comes to social media. People just be posting anything and everything because they feel like it's just important to be on social, to be part of the mix, and to be posting out content and engaging in popular topics like the things that are trending most. For example, Love Island is, really popular at the moment, and a lot of people are talking about it on Twitter. You don't want to get involved in that conversation if it has absolutely nothing to do with your brand mission, your brand ethos, or your brand personality. So creating a content strategy helps you inform the type of topics that you get involved in and the type of content that you create. It gives you focus to help you create content that will help you build your social media communities, which in turn we always hope and desire will help us sell more or generate brand awareness, whatever your social media marketing and business goals are. So like I said, a well thought out social media plan / strategy will help you stay focused and help you stay on task. So here are a few things that you should think about when pulling together your social media strategy. Number one, define your audience. It's really important for you to know who you are talking to on social media. If I'm trying to talk to somebody over there and I'm just talking and I haven't called their name, and they don't know my voice, how will they know to turn around and listen to me? They won't. So you want to define your audience. Your audience should be able to relate to your product. They should be able to relate to your business. They should be able to relate to your brand. One way of defining your audience is by age. So your audience might be people between the ages of 16 and 25. I'm not going to get into this too deeply because I'm actually going to create another video which is going to be out next week. So keep an eye out for that. All about how to create a social media strategy. So I will now move on to the next point. So the next thing you want to do is define how you want to be perceived on social media. How you are perceived on social media should be a direct reflection of who you are as a brand, like your brand personality, your brand mission, your brand ethos, all of those kind of things. So who are you as a brand and how do you want to be perceived on social media? How you want to be perceived on social media could be defined in 3 words. So you want to be perceived as young, fun, and inspirational. And then what that does is it helps you inform your brand identity, your social media brand identity, if you don't already have one. But like I said, we can talk about that more in next week's video, all about social media strategy. So once you've defined how you want your brand to be perceived, the next thing to do is decide what platforms you're going to be on, but we've kind of already done that. We covered that in the first point. After that, you want to decide what kind of content are you going to share on the 1 or 2 platforms that you have decided that you're going to be on. This content really needs to be relevant and of interest to your target audience who you've already defined. The type of content you're going to create should really marry up with your marketing goals. So what do you want to get off of being on social media? Are you trying to drive brand awareness? Are you trying to drive traffic to your website? Are you trying to generate more leads? What is it? And once you decide what that is, it should really dictate the type of content that you create. Are you going to be creating content that tells people about who you are as a brand and what you do? Are you going to be creating content telling people about the benefits of your products? Are you going to be creating content that empowers and inspires? That kind of content is really great for building the community and building brand awareness. What kind of content are you going to create? This, like I said, everything that we're doing here should be super strategic. So this should vary back to what your marketing goals are and ultimately what your business goals are. Once you decide what kind of content you're going to create, the next thing you want to do is decide how frequently you're going to post. Are you going to post daily? Are you going to post 3 to 5 times a day? Are you going to post 3 times a week? Are you going to post once a week? As a new business, I'm of the belief that you should set your frequency based on what you feel you're able to keep up with. There's no point in saying that you're going to post every single day if you don't have the time to spend creating enough content to post every single day. Or your business might be the type of business that's not really required for you to post every single day. It might be more beneficial for you to just post, a couple times a week. As you define your audience and you understand who your audience is, this should really empower you in that regard, in terms of how often should I be posting and how often am I comfortable with posting personally. Right, now that you have your content strategy down and defined and made plain and clear, easy and focused, so that you or anybody else can roll it out, what you want to do is you want to create a content calendar. Some people call this a content plan. Your social media calendar will list the dates and times as to when you will post your content and on which channels you will post it. Content you will post will be dictated by your social media marketing goals and also your social media strategy. So maybe you see something really cool and you want to emulate that. If it doesn't help you achieve your social media goals and does not fit into your social media strategy, then that's a big do not post it. Here, remember, we're trying to be super focused, super intentional to ensure that we are effectively marketing our businesses and our products. There are several ways for you to create a content calendar or a content plan. You can do this using Excel, just create a calendar kind of view and drop your content in. What you want to do is you want to have the date in there, you want to have the time in there, and you want to have the asset, so the image or the video, or at least a screenshot of it, in the calendar, and the copy that will accompany it. Alternatively, you can use a tool. There are loads of tools out there that will allow you to schedule your content and also plan your content. Some of my favorites that I use on my phone, there's an app called Planoly, something like that. I'll pop it up on the screen. And then there are loads of tools online which you have to pay for, but a lot of them have free subscription that you can also sign up to, like Buffer, Sprout Social, Schedugram, and the list goes on and on and on. But those are really great tools for you to use, because not only can you plan your content there, you can also actually link your scheduling tool to your social media platforms so that you can schedule all your content from there. Another thing you will want to do is you want to decide how often you will sit down and plan out your social media content. You know, when you're first starting, you can do this on a week-to-week basis, so that you're only tackling 7 days at a time, depending on the frequency that you've decided that you're going to post on your business pages. You know, you might only be creating 2 pieces or 3 pieces of content for that week. So it's completely up to you and completely dictated by you. Only do what you can handle, guys. But you know, once you get more comfortable and you've found your feet and the flow of things, you can schedule things bi-weekly or monthly. Plan things bi-weekly or monthly. As I kind of touched upon, in your content plan, you will want to know what content you are posting on what date and what time. So you will want to also produce content. Producing content doesn't have to be this big, bad, scary thing. There's never been a better time to be an entrepreneur. Honestly, we have so many tools and resources available to us that we don't have to go and invest and spend crazy money on, you know, to have access to. Most smartphones these days have amazing cameras. Use your smartphone to take pictures of your product. Just ensure that you have good lighting. Lighting is key. If you have really good lighting, I'm sure you'll be able to, you know, take some great photographs or great images of your product. Or if you have the money to invest in a photo shoot, I'm going to create another video which will come out in a few weeks' time that will tell you how you can go about creating a photo shoot or producing a photo shoot on a shoestring. Honestly, I've really mastered this over the past 7 years, how to do photo shoots on low to no budget. There are so many innovative and creative ways to do things. You just have to be bold and you just have to think outside of the box when it comes to doing these things. But like I said, if you have the finances to be able to invest into the production of content, honestly, you can find photographers here, there and everywhere. You can go on Pinterest and bookmark, you know, different content that you love to serve as inspiration for you to then go ahead and brief a photographer. Another way you can make content is using platforms like Canva. Canva is one of my favorite platforms. It doesn't require you to be a graphic designer by trade. You're not required to have any skill whatsoever. You just need to know what your brand look and feel is, what your brand aesthetic is, and you can create content that is reflective of that and that also aligns with everything else that we've already discussed. But yes, so what you want to do is create content. You want to produce the content that you will put in your content calendar, which you will then schedule. And that nicely leads me into my next point, which is scheduling. Once you have your content calendar together, you want to schedule all your posts. The reason why you want to schedule all your content is because I'm sure you guys are super busy. A lot of small business owners are still working full time. You don't necessarily have the time to be scheduling posts on a day-to-day basis. So if you schedule it all in advance, you can have peace of mind and rest assured that your content is going to go out regardless if you have time or you don't have time today. So like I said already, you want to get onto a platform like Schedugram, Sprout Social, Buffer. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Whatever your preferred platform is and whatever, you can afford, you know, jump on one. A lot of these platforms offer like a freemium service, which means that you can actually sign up at no cost and you have access to limited features on the platform. If you feel that this platform really empowers the efficiencies of your business, then you should think about, you know, upgrading and getting a full license, but you don't always need to. For me personally, I use Buffer for my business to schedule all my content. It only allows me to schedule, I think, 10 days content in advance, but that's enough for me because I have the time and I have the capacity to schedule content every week. So I personally sit down every week on a Monday and I schedule all my content. And that empowers me to do other things and to not have to worry about anything else once Monday has gone by. I know that all my posts are going to go out and the only thing I need to do is then engage with my community. And again, that nicely segues me into my next point, which is engage with your community. So we've done a lot of things so far. We've defined our audience, we've built a social media strategy, we've produced strong, beautiful content that is relevant to our audience and of interest to them. We've scheduled it so it goes out automated every single day that we have planned to post. And the next thing you want to do is engage with the people that have followed your page or engage with the people that have commented, liked your content. As you start building a following on your social media platform, it's really important for you to kind of build that relationship with your audience, build that relationship with your customers, so that you really build that rapport with them. You want them to think about you when they're thinking about buying that particular product. You know, you want them to be thinking about you when they need a particular service, and you do that by engaging with them. So I would encourage you to set aside 10 to 15 minutes for starters every day to just reply to comments, like comments, you know, search hashtags that are relevant to your business or your service and engage with people that have created content on those hashtags, like their posts, comment on their posts, and just really try and build a strong community. And there we have it. That was 6 different things, guys, that you can do to get started on social media. And I assure you, if you do these 6 things, it will really create a strong and solid foundation for you to build upon as you get more comfortable with social media marketing and as your following and community grows. I really hope that you liked this video. Like I said, next week I will be releasing a video which is all about how to create a social media strategy. Honestly, guys, I think that's going to be a really great video and I would love for you to watch, so tune in then. To make sure that you don't miss out on the release of that video or any other videos, please do subscribe and hit the bell button so that you get notifications every time I upload a new video. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and drop a comment down below telling me what you are going to do to get started on social media, or let me know what you're going to do to revive your current social media activity and endeavors. But until next time, guys, thank you so much. Have a great day and I'll see you later. Bye.